Today, I want to talk about the Hershey chocolate trademarks. Now, those might not sound very interesting at the outset, but Hershey has transformed itself from just a chocolate maker into a whole lifestyle brand. And I think a look at their brand portfolio really illustrates how you can take your brand and expand it into other areas. I also want to show you some interesting trademarks that they have, not just for the candies themselves, but for the packaging of their chocolate powders and candies. Now, most of you know, since most of you are probably American, about the iconic Hershey brand for chocolate. Let's be honest, the chocolate isn't that great, but it's very mainstream and middle market, and lots of people like it. Now, over the years, they've expanded from making chocolate chips, chocolate kiss candies, and chocolate bars into things like hotels, water parks, and other amusement parks. And that's kind of interesting. And I think we've looked at some other brands in the past. M&M has done the same thing. So I wanted to show you a list of the Hershey chocolate live marks. So I'm going to shrink myself into the corner here and go to my other screen. So this is a list. Let me scooch this over. This is a list of all the Hershey trademarks. And you can see there are over 600 live marks there. So you can see for everything from candy to amusement parks. It's interesting though, if we go to this image list up here, we can actually see the image of all of the marks. So you can see that some of these are just plain text, like this peppermint ice, and some of them incorporate designs like this one that says Wigs Forever. I'm sure that's not a Hershey chocolate trademark. Okay. This one, Smoosh Your S'more. That is obviously a design mark with words in it. So it's interesting to see the various trademarks that they have. I wanted to show you this one for the iconic packaging of the Hershey's Cocoa box. So this is a design plus words. So how are we describing the design here? It's a box. That's how they're describing it. Cases, eyeglasses, clothes hampers, soap okay, so it's in the same category as things like cases, right? Because it is kind of a case. It's a case for their cocoa powder. So here's their description. The colors maroon, brown, and silver are claimed as a feature of the mark. So they're claiming a color as part of their trademark. The mark consists of Hershey's cocoa in silver appearing on a configuration of the maroon brown container and lid, both having a convex front. So they're not just claiming the color, they're also claiming the shape. So it's a box with a convex front. There's a horizontal silver rectangle across the front, along with a vertical silver rectangle on the side panel. And you can see all of that illustrated right here. Here's your horizontal piece on the front and the vertical piece on the side. So that's kind of interesting to look at. And also, here's another shape trademark for a candy bar. Now, you'll notice that it's not just the lozenges themselves, like a Kit Kat bar, which was found not to be registerable. This is a little bit different because the tablets are dispersed in a certain design and they all say Hershey on them. So this was actually, was this issued? Yes, this was issued as a trademark in 2019. So that's a good illustration of the different trademarks owned by Hershey. Obviously, I don't have time here to talk about all of them, but there is quite a diversity of things that can be registered as trademarks. And I want you to realize that there are there's an infinite amount of things that can serve as a trademark so long as it distinguishes your goods and services from other people's goods and services. I'm Angela Langlotz. If you have trademark or copyright law questions, drop them into the comments below. I'll answer them on a future live video. You can find me online at TrademarkDoctor.net, and I have a YouTube channel with almost 500 videos on it. You can find that at video.TrademarkDoctor.net /YouTube. I'm also on Facebook at facebook.com/TrademarkDoctor.